Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. As you can tell, today's gonna be the curly hair journey video. It's very highly requested and long awaited, but I wanted to go through Facebook and childhood scrapbooks and photo albums to try to find all that I could so I could create an accurate timeline of my hair journey since birth. So yeah, we're just gonna start. This is the day I was born. I'm not gonna say the exact date, but it's about 20 years ago. And I came out of the womb with some curly hair. Actually, no, with straight hair. There was a couple of curls, but it was pretty straight whenever I was first born. I was born with like a good 1.5 inches of hair. This is me at about 1.5 to 2 months. My mom was not putting much on my hair just because of how sensitive my skin was and it just being, you know, a newborn. So she didn't want to put too much on my hair. She just kind of let it do its thing. It started to curl up at about 3 weeks. So here is my hair at 2 months. Here I am. This is probably, I'm gonna guess about 5 to 6 months maybe. Same thing, little short fro. Hair was growing probably about 2 to 3 inches here. They didn't put much in my hair, I believe, at this point as well. Just put a couple bows in it and call it a day. But this is about 5 to 6 months. Here I am at about maybe 9 to 10 months, maybe even a year old. This is when they started putting stuff in my hair and doing like little protective styles like twists and braids and stuff like that. So yeah, here I am at about 1 year old with, I believe, some twists or some braids and some barrettes. Everything is still super natural up until this point. I'm still like pretty dang small. Here I am at 1 year old. I look like a little boy. I call them prison cornrows because I look like a cast member of Set It Off, but like my first 7 to 8 years of life, I would wear these quite a lot. So this was like the beginning phase of that. It was a really good protective style. It's super easy to do, like it's not complicated. I was not a fan of the beads and the barrettes growing up. It was too loud in my ears. And like the barrettes would like create these dents on my skull. Like when I was little, I was not fooling with it, and I'm grown and I still ain't fooling with it. Like I'm not gonna make my kid go through that. But because I would always complain about it, my mom would always put my hair just in straight back cornrows or whatever. So here I am again at about maybe 1.25, we'll just say. Same thing, my cornrows going straight back. It did make me look a little boyish. They would put like headbands and stuff on it, but again, same thing, natural. Put some little cream relieving in it, cornrow it back and keep it pushing. Same thing here. It was a lot of cornrows going on at this age of 1 going into 2 and 2 going into 3. Just a lot of cornrows and a lot of braids and twists. Here I am probably at about 2 years old, looking a little Demogorgon-ish. I don't know who's responsible for this hairstyle, but I guess I won't judge. Me and my nana, my hair was in, it looks like twists, and there goes those barrettes. I'm sure I had to fight her for those, but it's okay. Here I am at 2 years old, and the hair is finally out. You can see like the actual length of it. It was probably about, I would say maybe 6 to 7, maybe 8 inches at 2 years old. I was the most comfortable with my hair completely out just because it was freeing. You know, it's not tight braids or tight cornrows or twists or the barrettes and the beads and the clanking. Like I was happiest whenever my hair was just out. Now, of course, that would create an issue growing up because, you know, kids like to wallow on their hair or on their head and mess it up. And whenever it's out, like the more that your hair is out, the more it's gonna get tangled and matted, and that was a reoccurring issue. So like they would keep my hair braided up to avoid that, but whenever it would be out, it would create a really difficult wash day full of pulling and crying and combing and just a hot mess. But I was happy whenever my hair was just out. So this is like my full length, my good old afro at 2 years old. Here I am at about 3 years old getting pictures taken, professional pictures taken. My hair is back in some cornrows and some twists with a bow. Same thing, natural, edges laid, you know. They got me looking good. Here I am at 4 months, hair's back out in an afro. As you can see, this is what my hair looks like with no product on it. I look real Jackson 5-ish. And yeah, that's just what we going through right here. My hair is probably like maybe 8-9 inches right here. But yeah, super natural, looks super dry, but I mean, it's cute, it's cool or whatever. Here I am with my Nana's church hat on and some braids, like normal. Like honestly, there are a couple of pictures with my hair out, but the majority of the time my hair was always put into protective styles just to avoid the hassle of, like I said earlier, the detangling and the matting of the hair and stuff like that. So my hair was mostly in braids or twists. Here I am again with some braids. You can see I have like a bit more length to the braids because my hair was retaining length and my hair was getting long. So yeah, here's some cornrow styles. And then, so here I'm at about, I would say maybe like 5.5. This is whenever I started getting my hair pressed. I'm talking the hot comb, and like not the plug-in hot comb, like the on the stove hot comb. I have an aunt named Aunt Virginia, and she owned a hair salon. I think she still owns it, but she was like the go-to to straighten my hair. So I would start going to her when I was about 5.5 years old, and you can see here I am with a high ponytail, my go-to bow. I had just woken up, so my face was like super swollen. I remember this day like so vividly. But yeah, this is like the beginning of me getting my hair straightened or pressed. This is a school picture. I was about 6 years old. This is going into kindergarten, I believe. Here I am. Here's my natural texture. My hair is moisturized so you can see the curl pattern a bit better. And it's down. I got a greasy mouth because I had eczema, so I got Vaseline all over my lips. But here I am, natural hair out. I was about 6 years old in this picture, I believe. Beauty pageant days. My hair is pressed here as well. Yeah, I was probably about 7, maybe 8 years old here. My hair was pressed in those super tight curls pretty often. Like that was like the norm at some point. So yeah, this next picture, I am about 9 years old. My hair was still natural, so like I would get it pressed and stuff for like occasions or whatever, but my hair was definitely still natural. Here I am. My mom had just cornrowed the front of my hair and had like a little style or whatever. And yeah, I was 9 there. And here, okay, little story time, a little timeout. So at this point, at this last pic that I just showed you, I had just moved to Florida. My mom started anesthesia school, and my grandmother moved in with us, and she would help me with my hair. Now my mom was very busy with school, and she was the main one doing my hair before she went back to school. But whenever she went to school, she was too busy to deal with my hair and her hair. So my grandma kind of became like the helping hand with my hair. But my grandmother, you know, she had 3 daughters, and you know, at that era that she had her kids was like the perm era. So that's really all she knew how to work with. She didn't really know how to do my hair, or at least have the energy to deal with it on a daily basis. So she would kind of tell me like, ask your mom for a perm. And I would be like, you right, because I was going to this school that was like predominantly white kids anyway. And that was my first time. Whenever I moved to Florida, I was going to a predominantly white school, so I was around a bunch of white girls with straight hair, and it made me realize like, I want straight hair. Like I don't want to deal with this on my head. Like I want to deal with that looks easier. And so between being around a bunch of girls with straight hair and then my nana in my ear telling me like, straighten your hair, I was like, or you know, get a perm, I was like, okay, I'll ask my mom. And so I asked her, and she would say no. Like she would shut me all the way down. But after many years, not many, I would say maybe like 2 years, I got a perm when I was 11 years old. So after 2 years of wearing my mom down, she let me get a perm. But the issue is, nobody told me that perm meant permanent. So I was kind of scammed. I was kind of bamboozled. I didn't realize it like it was gonna be straight forever ever. And so yeah, so then once I realized like permanent ain't no going back, I was like, all right, whatever. But I had like kind of made peace with it. I was like, you know what it is, ain't no point in acting a fool now, like it's straight. And here's a picture. I don't have many pictures of this like phase of my life because we just weren't taking pictures like that. Life was very, very busy, and we were between multiple towns and schools. I was moving around a lot this time, so I don't have very many photos. Now, let me just say, we are we are getting close to the ugly part of my life. Everybody goes through an ugly phase. Everybody goes through an awkward phase. My awkward, ugly, like puberty phase was a dark, dark time. So I'm gonna put some emojis over my face because I don't want these pictures being used against me. Or turned into memes, because they're not cute. Like, they're ugly. I will have no problem admitting they're freaking hideous. So yeah, that's the disclaimer. Secondly, this is when my hair started to break off. I did not know that perms could even do that. I knew after getting the perm, then I was made aware, like, okay, it's permanent. My hair is not gonna go back to curly. But then over time, I could see my hair, like, it looked like it was getting shorter. What was happening was my hair was breaking off. But I kept thinking, like, maybe she cut it too short. But like, no, because she wasn't cutting it. Like, she wasn't even trimming it. And my hair was progressively getting shorter and shorter. And like, my actual hair was getting thinner and thinner. Like, I'm used to having very thick, like, voluminous hair. But over time, my hair was like flat because it literally was like falling out. Like, it was breaking off, it was falling out. My hair was so weak and so brittle. And here you can see in this picture, like, it was just rough, honey. Like, it was rough. It was rough. Like, literally one side of my head was shorter than the other one because it had broken off even more than the other side. It was bad. So I would wear hats a lot, or like bandanas and stuff to cover it, because it was the ghetto, honey. So then I made the decision whenever I was, okay, so I got it perm when I was 11, okay? It was fine for some time. When I was about 12, things started going real downhill real quick. And so whenever I turned 13, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna restart. Cause like, that was like the beginning of like the natural hair wave. So I was like, you know, now that I think about it, my hair looked raggedy. And so I kind of want to restart. So I was like, I bet. So I started getting braids. I would get micro braids or like passion twist, and I would wear those for a while just to give myself some time to at least get a little bit of growth, so that whenever I would cut my hair, I would have something to work with. So you'll see here in this picture that I had micro braids. It's hard again for me to find many pictures of this phase of my life. Again, back to this perm picture, I was 12 here, and then right here I was 13. This was like about the same time that next year I got braids, and I was like, all right, like I said, I'm gonna give myself some time to at least get like an inch, half an inch, 2 inches, something to work with, so that I'm not just straight up out here bald. Like, I need something to work with. So yeah, then I did the big chop when in December of 2013. So this was like my 8th grade year. And I remember this so vividly because I was the vice president of ASB, of like leadership, in 8th grade. And we had to do the bulletin. So like, it's like all of the classes, like your first period, you watch like the news or the bulletin in class. And they all saw me on the bulletin, like with like 1 week I had a bunch of hair, and like that next Monday it wasn't no hair. Like, it was like half an inch of hair. And so I couldn't even like try to be sly or slick or like not be seen. No, because they saw me on the news like, who was that little boy? Because I was like, I looked very boyish. And I mean, yeah, but it was a rough beginning phase. I'm not gonna lie. My hair was about this length. This was about maybe 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. I'm not gonna lie. This was a rough phase in my life because it was like the broken hair and like just the weak, thin hair from the perm like totally messed up my confidence. I was already going through puberty, so I already felt ugly. Like I was getting acne, my face was getting fat, I was skinny. The other girls were developing and I just wasn't. And here my hair is broke off. I was like, okay, I'm struggling. Like I got braces, my teeth are jacked up, my skin is jacked up, my hair falling out, I ain't got no boobs. Like, bro, like what is this? And so then I cut my hair and now I got 2 inches of hair, and like I said, the other girls are developing. I'm not. So I look like a boy now because I ain't got no boobs, I ain't got no hair, my skin's still messed up, my teeth still messed up, and now I look like Lil Bill. I was like, okay, like I was just not here for it. And yeah, but I will say that it was actually like, it was a humbling experience, but at the same time it was a really good one because it gave me time to experience different styles, different products. Like I was able to experiment with so many different things and learn what my hair liked and what my hair didn't like. And from this point on, I was like learning about natural hair and how to take care of it. And this is whenever I started like my trials and going through like errors and stuff of my natural hair. So I was like truly like, this was like legitimately the start of my like journey when it comes to like the health of my hair and like genuinely learning how to take care of my hair. Because like my mom, she knew how to braid and stuff, but she didn't know like what deep conditioning was, or like, you know, like little things like that weren't really taught, I guess, to Black girls and girls with natural hair until like the last decade or so. So this was like my beginning phases of trying out new products and learning what deep conditioning was and how to detangle, or what co-washing is, or you know, like little stuff like that. This was like the beginning, and like it was a really good starting place, I feel, because I could be able to watch my hair get healthier and watch my hair grow. So I'm glad that I started off with a TWA and that I started off at 13. Like I'm glad that I was brave enough to do that when I was so young. Like I was literally only 13 years old and I felt so grown, but looking back I'm like, I was literally a kid. Like I was a full-blown child. Like that's wild. Here I am at 14 years old. This was about 6 months after I had cut my hair completely off. My hair had already grown a bit more. I used to always wear my hair in this mohawk style around this phase of my curly hair journey. I would just kind of like pin my hair up on the sides. I thought about shaving it, but I was like, no, we're just gonna pin it and then see how that goes. And so I would wear that style quite a lot. I liked it better in that mohawk style than just out in an afro. So I would put my hair like that like every day, and that was my go-to style for that phase. Here I am as a freshman in high school. This is my first time blowing my hair out. I blew my hair out and then I did some braids. So this was like a braid out on a blowout. But yeah, you can see my hair was maybe like 4 or 5 inches here, and it was like my first time seeing length because my hair was always in a curly state, so I was used to seeing like a really short afro. And I was just glad to know that I had some length. I had something to work with, child, because I was working hard on my hair. Like whenever you're first learning about your hair, natural hair, how to take care of it, you want to see results like now. So it was nice to be able to blow it out and braid it and like see my length and know like, okay, I'm doing something right. I'm retaining some length. My hair's growing. Things are moving on up, you know, like it's okay. Here I am again at 15 years old. My hair had grown a bit more. This was probably about like 6 or 7 months later. Yeah, my hair was growing. Yeah. Here I am again with some of my teammates, my volleyball teammates, some of my best friends still to this day. My hair was like a little fro at this time. Straight. My hair was probably like shoulder length at this point. This was the beginning of 2016, I believe. Here actually is a picture of my hair straight. I blew it out and like straightened it on really low heat because I just wanted to see what my hair would look like. And this was the beginning of 2016 as well. So this is what my hair looks like curly at this time. This is what it looks like straight at this time. And yeah, this is what I was. This is about 3 years into my natural hair journey. And then I found this video on YouTube when I was like 16 years old, and it was like how to do a high puff, and it taught you how to do it with like a string, like a shoestring. And once I found that out, I was like, oh, say less. Like I would literally wear a high puff every single day for like 8 months, like 8 or 9 months straight. I would wear my high puff. Like you could not tell me nothing else. That was my go-to style, period. So here's a picture of me and my oldest dog, Charlie, with my high puff. That was like my go-to. What I would do is I would wash my hair, put it up in like a high ponytail, like, but with the string, right? And I would tie it, and then I would put all the hair that was in the puff in twist. And then I would go to sleep, let it dry. The next day, like for school, I would untwist it and just fluff out the puff and then tighten the string, and it would be like this really cute big puff. But like I wouldn't even twist the rest of my hair. I would put like some cream in it, and then I would put it up in a, like with the string, and then I'd put the cream in the top and twist it, like I said, unravel the twist and have my big puff. But that was like my go-to style, and I was obsessed with that for months, especially because like 1, it was easy, 2, it was simple, and 3, I was an athlete, so like I wanted my hair up. Like I hated having to put my hair up and back down, up and back down. So to keep my hair up all week was like convenient for me. Here again is my hair in a puff. And y'all, alright, but what I'm not gonna do is sit here and leave this part out. This is very important information. Remember in my 10 tips video when I was talking about protective styles and I said to utilize them, but utilize them correctly. Don't do stuff that's too tight too often. I was doing those really tight puffs every day for, I know, about 6 out of 7 days of the week, because that one day was my wash day. But 6 out of 7 days of the week, my hair was in a high puff. And after 8 months of that, I'm not gonna lie, I had some breakage around the front, like the sides of my hair and the nape of my neck. It was just thinner. Like my hair wasn't any different of a texture. It was just like I could tell whenever my hair was like wet and down that it was much less hair on the sides and in the back than like the actual crown of my hair where the puff was. So I had to learn to slow down on those and to really take care of my hair just a bit more, because I was moisturizing it and I was deep conditioning and hot oil treatments and all that. Like I was doing everything right except for the fact that I was doing that style way too often, so I had some breakage from that. But aside from that, things turned out well. I still do that every now and then, the puff or the high bun. I just don't do it every single day anymore. Moving on, here is a picture of me from a dance. My hair was straight for this dance. As you can see, my hair was curled but straight. It was about a little below my armpits. Here is my hair in a bun in a natural state. Like I said, I love me a good high bun, so I still wear them. I just don't wear them every single day anymore. Probably like once a week or once every 2 weeks. But here's me in my good old bun. Here I am at 17 with my hair out with a cousin of mine. And here I am that same weekend with more cousins of mine with my hair up in a bun. Like I said, I love me a good high bun, but I love my hair out too. So I normally go back and forth between my hair being out, slick back in a bun, or up in a high bun like so. And yeah, here I am about 8 months later. My hair is straightened for another dance and my graduation from high school. And yeah, I was 17 in these pictures. I was 17 here and 18 here, but as you can see, my hair is straight. My hair is pretty darn healthy and like thick and full, and by this point we had like definitely gotten down the whole natural thing. Like this was 4 years post big chop basically, and we had retained lots of length, honey. We were like mid back, okay? We were good. So whenever around this time, okay, around this time of these last pictures, like I would say maybe 2 months before then, because this picture was in May of 2018. I was still 17 then, and this one was June 1st of 2018. I had just turned 18 like the week before. But I would say about 3 months before those pictures is when I discovered twists. like twist outs. But I was so obsessed with like the actual twist, only because my hair retains a lot of moisture when it's just twisted. Like, it was absolutely amazing. And so I learned how to twist my hair. I learned how to use some really good moisturizing products on how to retain moisture in my hair for a longer period of time than just a regular wash and go. So I would always wear twist outs. And while my hair was in the twisted form, it could not get tangled because it's literally locked into a twist. So if I wash my hair, twist it up, keep it twisted up for 7 days, and then wash it again, whenever I untwist it to wash it, it's still detangled. And I was so obsessed with the idea of not having this extremely long wash day where I had to battle my own hair. So with that being said, I was obsessed with twists. I didn't even care about the twist out. I just wanted to twist. Like, that's all that I wanted. So I would twist my hair quite a lot. I would wear twist outs probably once every 2 weeks, but at this phase of my life, I was just straight up wearing twists a lot. I look like Tanya Baxter on the regular. So yeah, here's me with some twist in my hair. Here's me with some more twist in my hair. I am in Rome at the Trevi Fountain with my twist in my hair. This was such a good protective style. Like, it's moisturizing and it keeps your hair detangled, and it gives you this bomb twist style. Like, it's a 2-style protective style. You know, like, you can wear your hair in the twist, rock them for a week, even 2 weeks, low key, keep your hair moisturized, detangled, then you can take them out, and now you got this twist out. Like, I just love twists. I love twist outs. I love twists and twist outs. I am a twist stan. I don't care. Here I am with a twist out. This was about, I would say maybe 4 or 5 months later. I had a little photo shoot and my hair was in a twist out. Here I am about 3 months later. I blew my hair out just so I could see the length and get an even trim and like a shape whenever I cut my hair. Here I am about 4 months after that. I blew my hair out again for a length check, and I wanted to put some cornrows in my hair, but I wanted my hair to be easy to braid, so I blew it out. And I did a little length check. I was very close to waist length here. Here I am, ooh child, maybe like 5 months later. I have this Indian healing clay in my hair. I'm gonna do a video on that soon, but here's Indian healing clay in my hair. It's a really good clarifier. As you can see, my hair is very defined, honey. We have no heat damage, no damage, period. And my hair is very defined and great. Just healthy, honey. It's a new day. It's a new day around here. As you can see, this was probably like 3 weeks after that last Indian healing clay picture. This picture was taken in September of 2019, I believe, and my hair is about waist length, about close to waist length at least. Here it is again in a dried and blown out form. Same thing. I straightened it on like really low heat here, but same thing, same picture, same type of picture at least, like same, you know, lower back length hair. Here's my hair in a curly form literally like a week later. Like, it's crazy to me how my hair can look collarbone, armpit length in a curly state, but literally be almost to my butt when it's straight. Like, that's, shrinkage is just a crazy thing, honestly. Here I am in December of 2019. This is my hair bone straight from the back. This picture right here and this picture right here. These are about 2 days apart. Yeah, I got my hair straightened from my stylist. Yes, I love you, sis. No, don't nobody get my hair as straight as her. I love her. She's the only person I've ever gone to, like salon, stylist, anything, since I cut my hair when I was 12, 13, since I was 13. And I'm 20 and I still go to her. And I won't let anybody else do my hair but her. I love you, girl. Thanks for always hooking it up. Here's my hair 2 months after I got it straightened. Just a little selfie I took. My hair is curly. It's all good. No heat damage. Still healthy. A little twist out. You know how I feel about twist outs. Here's my hair 2 months later. I blew it out again so I could get a good even trim. Here's my hair back in a curly form. This was in May of 2020. My hair looks short again. It's okay. Shrinkage is a sign that your hair is healthy. It's okay. Here's my hair straightened. I straightened it for my 20th birthday this year at the end of May. I don't really have much to say. Like, it looks fine, I guess. Like, it's just straight. That's really it. I will say that this experience straightening my own hair, I've never straightened my own hair except for this time, which was, what is it? It's August? 3 months ago. 3 months ago. Yeah, that was my first time ever straightening my own hair. I did not do as good as my stylist. I don't know what witchcraft she be doing to get my hair that straight, but whatever. This proved to me that my hair could take a lot of heat, because I was low-key doing the most. No, I was high-key doing the most. Like, I kept touching it up with my hot comb and my straightener and my curler, because I did not want to wash my hair. So I was trying to make it last forever, because I didn't want to wash it. I didn't want to deal with it. So I was kind of doing the most, but I didn't have no heat damage. Like, I have none. And I guess that's what happens whenever you take care of your hair year round. So whenever you put heat on it, ain't that big of a deal, you know? So I'm not as scared of heat anymore. Like, don't threaten me with a good time, because I love straight hair me. But yeah, anywho, this is my hair straight. This is a side profile. You can see it's close to my butt. And here I am back at curly. This is about a week ago. Yeah, my hair's curly and it's back. And here we are at 20 years old. We started all the way from birth up until last week. My hair's healthy, you guys. We went through my whole life, like literally since childhood to toddlers to puberty to perm to tiny afro to growing it all the way back out and longer than before. So hey, I promise you, there is life after a TWA. There is life after perm. It's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. But it will take some real love and some real TLC to nurse your hair back to health, and to train your hair to be able to be receptive to moisture and be able to retain that moisture. But yeah, I ain't gonna start preaching about moisture and all that. That's it. That's my curly hair journey. That's it for today. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them below. I try my best to get back to everyone. I've been getting asked a lot if I'm mixed. I'm mixed with black and black, okay? Ethnically speaking, there was this thing called slavery, and because of that, I don't know my ethnicity, but I know racially speaking, I'm a black woman, and my nationality is American, but that's all I got for you. I don't know what my ethnicity is, unfortunately, so I don't really have any like real answer to that. I apologize. And my curl pattern is like 3C, 4A, 4B even maybe. I don't really know. I know that I have a bunch of different curl patterns all over my head. You can look at my videos while my hair is like wet, while I'm like in the shower, like my hot oil treatment or my wash day routine or something like that, and you can just kind of guess for yourself. But I normally just say that I'm about 3C, 4A, or 4B. So yeah, that's it. Subscribe to my channel for some hair content. I do really detailed hair tutorials and like educational videos for natural hair, and I do some makeup looks. So if you're into that, why wouldn't you subscribe? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm gonna do a giveaway once I hit 15K. So if you want to be a part of that, just go ahead and subscribe. Okay, that's it.